we ready? We ready, buddy? Are we ready? Say hi. My name, of course, as you guys all know, is Jenna. I'm sorry that all three of the dogs are playing right outside the door, so if you can hear that, very sorry. Anyway, so today's video is going to be kind of a check-in, how I'm doing, what do I have planned, and I guess we're just gonna kind of talk about some things. So let's get into this video. I'm sorry, this video is going to kind of be all over the place. First things first is, I guess, how am I doing? As you can see, there's, something a little different back here, and that is because my office is an absolute mess. I have been gone pretty much most of the summer time-ish, that you could say, for New Mexico. When I was in Ohio the first time this year, that was April, almost the beginning of April to the end of May. Like, I think I left June 1st from Ohio to come back here. And so I was gone for that amount of time. Luckily, I got my classes worked out with school to where I did okay. I didn't have to retake anything, and I didn't... Hang on just one second. Sorry. Hold that thought again. The puppy likes to start things. Anyway, where was I? So I was in Ohio April to pretty much June. And then I was back here in New Mexico for June and July. And I had planned on originally leaving like July 30th or 29th was when I was going to leave and head back to Ohio. Those plans got changed. I was supposed to watch some kids for a friend while they had some things to do on a day that was after I was supposed to have been gone. So I said yes, I would watch them. Well, that also did not go to plan because right before I was supposed to go back, I caught word that a dear friend who helped me do a lot of my family genealogy had passed away very unexpectedly. She just laid down and that was it. So that was gut-wrenching and ended up going ahead and leaving. I got back to Ohio like August 5th. I want to say somewhere around there, or maybe I left on the 5th and got there on the 7th. I don't know. I left here earlier than the second plan was and went back to Ohio. I stayed there. That whole ordeal did not go the way that I thought it was going to go, and we're not going to get into those details other than when you grow old, you can grow out of people. You can also grow out of their friends. I am one of those. I will include someone's friends. I will try to make them my friends, but there is a point where it's absolutely obvious that they don't want to be your friend, and that point was reached. So I left early. I did not film. I did not photograph. Well, I photographed, but I didn't photograph what I had originally planned on photographing. There is going to be a video out of what I did do that time in Ohio, just like there is a video for the first time I went to Ohio. I just haven't gotten them done yet. Things have been busy. Things have not calmed down, because about the time that I came back from Ohio the first time, I had some major things filming-wise that I needed to do where I'd moved my classes around. So that took up a lot of my time. Almost actually right up to the point that I left. So I started a new class around the time that I left to go to Ohio the second time. Made things a lot easier. So I'm finishing up that class now as we speak, since I am in, what's today? Today is August 28th. So, yeah, this class is almost done. And so things have not at all gone how they were supposed to go. And I have a lot of things to show you guys. I have a lot of things to put out. I have a lot of things to edit. And if you ask me how I'm doing, I will tell you I'm feeling overwhelmed. Like I said, office looks different. I am trying to hide the absolute messes that are behind me. And I had always planned on doing an office tour and then doing an upgraded office tour when I got my new office. But this office is so dang messy that I don't know if I'm going to do that. And if I do, go ahead and make that video. Please do not judge me. The rest of the house is clean. It's just my office because there's so much crammed in here. And when I moved to New Mexico last year, I didn't get to bring everything. We hurried up and left because we were buying our home on a land contract that was in Ohio. We hurried up and left, and we came here. So pretty much packed whatever we could, and a lot of things ended up getting stored at my mom's house back in Ohio. So when I went back this time I drove, last time I flew, that will also be in the video. I will not give you a lot of spoilers because honestly I really did not do a lot while I was there last time. Other than, no, I did a lot. The General Lafayette thing was while I was there. I did a lot for that. And I did kind of a lot to prepare for this time. And that didn't go how it was supposed to. But yeah, so anyway, I am back now. And I am back in New Mexico, I guess you could say permanently, for a little bit. So, being back, I have no plans to go back to Ohio anytime soon. That was a disaster this time. So, from now on, it will be like my mom is in Ohio, and my mom will be coming here to visit, and we'll go do stuff. I will probably film then for you guys. I did not actually get to film my mom and I doing anything. About the point in time I was going to do that, I left Ohio early. So, there's that. But yeah, anyway, so I have videos planned. I have more things to come out, and you guys are just gonna have to bear with me. It may not be once a week like it had been. I had done very good at getting videos done ahead of time and getting them put up, and it's all gone to crap. So that whole plan was ruined, so I'm sorry. Videos may not come out weekly like they did before. I will try my hardest. I know kind of around the November, December time, when I have time off from school, I should have a lot more free time to get a lot more done, and then I will schedule things, out in advance. But other than that, I'm very kind of, I don't want to say strung out. That's not the right word. I am scatterbrained right now. I am very overwhelmed. I have a lot to do. Being in New Mexico, I have animals and stuff. I have new animals, so there's an update. there is going to be an update to the how many animals I have video or whatever I did. There's going to be an update to that. I have gotten more animals, and I think I'm going to actually do it to where you guys get to watch me build stuff for the animals or fix stuff that was already built that I have for them. So there's a whole, there's 2 more videos that come to my mind right off the bat with that. At least 2 videos about those animals, how I got them, why I got them, and then the like building them things and stuff like that. So there's some more stuff coming. And what else? I do have some really big news, kind of. So I did a class where a teacher really, really liked the video and suggested a certain film festival for me to put it in. and I put it in that film festival. So now I'm just waiting to hear back, and I will do a whole nother video on this. I am waiting to hear back, so cross your fingers. Let's hope that your girl gets into this, because it would mean a lot to me if I was able to get into this film festival. It's one of the biggest film festivals in the world. Like, everyone has heard of the company that, that hosts this film festival. So this is a big deal for me. My mom is very proud of me, even though I keep telling her I have not gotten into the film festival yet, and I will not find out until November, December. Anyway, so if any of you ever see my mom out somewhere, she'll start telling you she's so proud of me. I haven't done anything for her to be proud of yet, but we're getting there. We're trying. So there's that news. That is actually a good thing. That's something I'm looking forward to. So usually I let the dogs in here with me, but they wanted a roughhouse, and I have all of this. So roughhousing is not allowed in here today. There's no room for roughhousing. But as far as things to look forward to, I'm getting my new office soon. So on this property, we have our house, which is what we're in now. We also have a garage building and now a chicken coop. Spoiler alert, sorry. So there used to be like a camper outside, and it was run down. It was horrible. So we got rid of it. And now I have that space where there's a water hookup, there's a sewer hookup, and that's where my office is. That's where it's always been planned for my office to go. I've always planned on getting one of the pre-built kind of storage shed buildings and turning it into a nice office building. So since I now have no plans of going back to Ohio, and I am home to stay, and things should hopefully be calming down, I will hopefully have time to make my new office. And you guys will get to go with me every step of the way. And that's why I said I might show you the old office. It may just be like a little glimpse. Everything's haphazard. I probably will not take you through like some people do and, oh, here's where this is. Here's where this is. Here's where this is. I am probably not going to do that right now. I will wait until after the other building is completely done. And then I'll do that in that building, because it's not just my office. The way this is planned out in my head, which hopefully will pop up somewhere here on screen. The way this is all planned out in my head is that there is this spot that I'm going to make a desk, and the desk is going to fit in it. And then I'm going to have a sheet behind me, kind of like I do right now. And it's actually a curtain. But I'm going to have that behind me. And that will be my whole filming setup area. All of that lovely stuff. And then we're also going to have the rest of the building be my crafting area. Because I do have a lot of videos I would like to make with kind of like crafting or something. I have some sewing videos planned that I would like to do. Show you guys kind of how I make the outfits. And because I don't always follow patterns and stuff, and I whatever. I add things or I take away things. So I want the rest of the building that's not being used for me sitting here like this with you guys to be used as my crafting storage area. Hang on. This is going so well. Can you guys tell that I like purple? Oh, goodness. Okay. Where were we? Office. We were talking about the office. Anywho. When I actually get the office done, you guys will be able to then take a tour, see how I have everything set up, see what I did, and I will show all of that from start to finish. A lot of that's going to be going back towards my construction area, where I did construction for a while, had actually partially owned a company with someone. So I'll show you guys all of that, and that'll be a fun little thing to do. So that's another thing to look forward to on top of the film festival. And I have some other things to look forward to that, again, will be in the animal video, because I just thought of this, because, again, I didn't write any of this down. Anywho, the next thing that I am going to tell you guys is, for the last couple of years, I have wanted a foal from my mare Zelda, which you, I think you guys saw pictures of her in the Meet My Animals video. She has been a very difficult girl to... So the other... Oh. My bad. And you guys aren't supposed to be able... You're not supposed to be able to see that. I can't. There we go. Okay. So the next part of things I have to look forward to are... I have been trying for the last couple of years to get my mare Zelda pregnant. I wanted a baby out of her. I wanted a baby out of a horse I used to have. Her name was Storm. She was a Mustang. And she ended up with cancer, and I had to put her down. So I never got a baby out of her. I got Zelda before Storm passed. And Zelda was supposed to be my next horse that I was going to have for the rest of my life. Sure enough, Zelda has turned out to be my heart horse. Love that mare to death. I can go months without being able to ride her. Like, I've had all kinds of surgeries in the past couple of years. Couldn't ride, wasn't allowed to. All that fun jazz. I can go without riding her for months and get right back on her just like that. And she's the same horse. So I've really wanted a baby out of her. I love everything about her. I love how tall she is. I love how... I wouldn't say she's really stocky, but I love her build. I love her character. Her, she's not hardly marish at all. That's the other great part, is she doesn't get marish. Now, she gets days that I call her race days, because she likes to run on some days. Sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. Alright, anyway. So some days, she likes to run. And so I just love everything about her. She's a really good horse. So I've wanted a baby out of her. Tried several different times to get a baby. She never made it to 3 months. And she's now made it to 3 months. And we gave her a shot. So hopefully she will actually keep this baby. Again, fingers crossed that she keeps this baby and I'll be a horsey grandma. Because Zelda's my baby. But yes, so hopefully she will keep this baby. She will be able to keep it all the way through. And hopefully it won't abort or anything. And I'll have me a baby out of her. And then I have my next several horses lined up for the next several years. And you'll see why I say that too in the other video that I have planned. I have a lot of videos planned that I just haven't been able to make. Anyway, what else do we have to talk about? Gosh, mine's going blank. Oh, something else I just remembered. I haven't showed anybody. Where'd it go? I haven't showed anybody, but I was so excited about this that I have to show you guys, because I know that I did a video somewhat about the equipment that I use. So, if you guys will look, I'm sorry the camera's shaking. This is my old Canon EOS Rebel T5. I have had this thing, for years. I think I bought it when they first came out, and so I've had this thing. So, as you can see, screen is still built in to the camera itself, and I've had a problem where I've never dropped this camera, but it is probably just because of its age. At some point, when you look through this, if you look through the viewfinder, you don't see the crack, but when the picture comes out, you can see the crack. So somehow, lens has to be cracked in this thing. So every time I take a photo, I have to go into Photoshop and I have to edit the crack out. Not anymore. And here's why. I no longer have to do that because I got a new baby. So I went to a yard sale with a friend of mine, and this person, not the friend, but the person I bought this camera from, had this camera sitting in there. I saw it. I was like, how much do you want for it? I didn't even know if it worked. No, nothing. I just saw that it is a Canon, and I was like, how much do you want for this? And she was like, I am probably going too low on this, but she was like, $20. I was like, here you go. Take my money. Take it right now. So she did. I'm not joking. I ran out of there with this thing because I was like, I am leaving before she changes her mind on how much she wants for it. So, with that being said, ta-da! I now have the EOS Rebel T7i. Yes, I know. It's not the newest one. It's new to me. It's newer than what I have. And the lens ain't broke. And this one has been dropped already. Because my mother accidentally ran me over. Not with a car, but with herself. She ran me over and knocked it out of my hand. But anyway. I now have, all the fun little giggles and stuff, and it works really well. Here's a couple of pictures that I have taken with it recently. One of them actually did get into a magazine. So I got the camera itself. It came with one battery, came with a battery charger, and it came with a couple extra lenses, but it also came with these filters and stuff. Like there's a UV filter, there's another little lens, macro lens or whatever it is inside of here. And like I said, came with a couple extra lenses. And what else did we come with? There's kind of just some other stuff in here. A lot of what's in here right now is like, it's mine. I had it already. But I stuck it in here so I had a nice little tripod. So anyway, this thing works really well. This is another thing I have to look forward to. Another exciting thing is I now have a newer Canon Rebel, and I love this brand, and I specifically love the Rebel a lot. It's easy to use. I can just whip it right out, have it. So that's my favorite camera. As far as cinema camera, I have only tried one cinema camera, so don't ask me if I have any favorite cinema cameras because I only know of one. Anyway, that was fun. Okay, what else do we have to talk about? I guess we could also talk about something else good that's in the process of happening, is I am now down to my last 6 months of college. So, when I started this channel, I was in a class. What class was I in? I was in a class where they asked us to do where do I think I'm at as a filmmaker? And I don't even think that was during the halfway point. I think that video was kind of early on. So now I am 6 months out from graduating. I think my graduation is actually longer than that. I think they have certain graduation dates, and I think that I am technically done with classes like 2 months before I actually graduate. But I'm almost done with my bachelor's degree in film. So I am excited for that. Am I going to miss the school stuff? To a point, yeah. I like the deadline and all of that stuff, and I like that they challenge you. Like lately we've been working on green screen. As you can see, I don't have a green screen. I've not messed with that yet. But we just messed with it in school, and it was a lot of fun. So now I can say that I've kind of touched on that. I kind of know a little bit about it, and my goodness, these dogs are getting on my nerves. And they're going to bark as soon as Brian gets home too. Anyway, so we touched on green screen and kind of have been messing again with the I can't think. Today was not the right day to make this video. Sine tone. What is it? Anyway, brain can't think right now. Sorry. Anyway, we've been working with the green screen. We've been working with putting color back into your video and making sure everything matches and blah, 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 blah. Taking things out of a video, making a background move with the foreground because you film the background separate from the foreground. And so we've been messing with all that. So I'm really getting to the end. I'm getting to where these classes are harder, unfortunately. They're harder, but so far I've done good. I'm doing good. I'm a little scared, but I'm doing good. And that's exciting to me that I spent so long not knowing what I wanted to do, trying something, it not working, didn't like it, and I've tried to go to college several times. I got accepted to the Ohio State University right out of high school. Like, I was still in high school. I applied. I got accepted. And I was going to go for equine training and barn management. And I ended up not having all of the money that I needed to be able to go to college. So I didn't go. So I worked for a few years. And then I went to the police academy. I made it through that. I graduated. I worked. I hated it. I'll never go back. So I switched to corrections, and I worked in corrections. And luckily, before my health got really bad, Brian got me out of there. He got me to quit, got me to leave. And then it wasn't honestly too much longer after that. And I tried to go to college while I was working in corrections. I was doing taxes. A lot of it was taxes. What was the thing even called? I was doing some degree where I had to do people's taxes and stuff. Like, it just wasn't me. The equine training and management was me, but it just didn't work out. I ended up at some point, even before that, trying to go to a school in Wilmington, North Carolina, and for art. It was kind of along the lines of film. Didn't work out. Didn't go. Schooling during corrections job. Did not work out. I did not like it whatsoever. I don't like math. I don't like numbers. I used, what was it? TurboTax is what I used this past year to do my taxes. So, I don't like doing it. I'd rather pay to have somebody do it for me. So, that didn't work out. Brian is the one who told me about Full Sail. He told me that, hey, and I had started to do photography a lot at that point because I just needed to get out of the house. My health was not the greatest, but something I could do was go on a little drive and take some photos. So Brian was like, well, while you can't really have a job because you have to have all this medical stuff done, why don't you try going to Full Sail? And I was like, okay, well, no harm in trying. So I got everything I needed. I got in. I got all my student aid and everything, and I got started. So that's where we're at now. Is now, by the time I graduate, it'll be 3 years. It was supposed to have been 2, but I've had a lot happen. So 3 years down the road, and I am about to graduate with my bachelor's. Will I go back for a master's? At one point I thought that I might. I don't know if I will now or not. It's still kind of up in the air, but I am almost done, and that is something to look forward to. I will be only the second person in my family to graduate college and graduate with a bachelor's. I could, however, be the first one with a master's, but my mom has a bachelor's in nursing, so I will be the second person in my family to actually graduate college and graduate with a bachelor's. And there may be a possibility of the master's. But anyway, that's something else good to look forward to. Oh, what else? What else do we have to look forward to? Gosh, some of these things are going to end up being spoilers if I tell you now. And I've kind of already spoiled a couple of things because I was going to make videos on them. I wish I could show you guys the video that I put into the film festival, but this film festival likes things to be exclusive and shown for the first time with them. So you guys are not going to be able to watch the video until after it premieres there, or they tell me that I didn't get in, and then it'll come out if I don't turn it into another film festival. Anyway. Alright, so that about sums it up for our video today. I just wanted to sit here and chat with you guys, kind of tell you how things have gone, and kind of where things are going, what my plans are. I know I didn't really go into a lot about plans for after college. That's kind of up in the air still. I have some ideas. I have some things I would like to do, but I want to wait and see where the rest of this college stuff goes. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys following along with me, and those of you who have subscribed, I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.